Hello and welcome to this segment of Cooking with Darlene. Now we're going to make our coleslaw for our hot dogs this evening, and hopefully we'll be able to do this and get it working right. I'm having a little trouble with my laptop this afternoon, so we're doing this on the phone instead. So just bear with me, and we'll do the best we can. Um, I've got my cabbage ready. I've got my celery ready. I've got my carrots ready. And I've got my secret ingredient. I have a yellow, golden, delicious apple ready. And that's the first thing I'm going to process because you'll see why in just 1 second. Okay, I'm going to try to drop this down so y'all can see. Just kind of bear with me here. All right, thank you. Now, first thing I'm going to do is process the apple. And the reason I'm doing it first is uh, so that it won't turn brown. I'm going to put a tiny bit of vinegar in here with this while I'm processing. I know everybody's thinking apple in coleslaw, but I do this because I normally used to put quite a bit of sugar in my coleslaw. And since we're doing it this way, we're trying to do it the all natural way and cutting down on the sugar that's in the coleslaw because Larry and I both like a sweet slaw, so we like the natural sweetness of the apple that's going to be in the coleslaw. And I'm not making a lot because we don't eat a lot of coleslaw. Even though I make it with low-fat mayo, I still don't, eat a lot of it. So there's the apple, and then like I said, it's already got the vinegar in it, so it should be fine. It shouldn't turn color on us, so that's a good thing. Now I'm going to do the carrots because I like them super fine. And it would help if I put the blade in, wouldn't it? I'm telling you, you just never know about this hillbilly. I'm liable to do about anything. But it chops much better with the blade in it, believe me. And like I said, I like my carrot really fine. And then you can see that is like super fine. And because I don't like large chunks of hard carrots in my coleslaw. There's the carrots. And then I put celery in ours. And again, this is anti-inflammatory, and that's the purpose for this. And you can either use celery seed, but I like the taste of fresh celery in mine better. And it's healthy, so that's what I use. And that looks pretty good. And as you can see, this little chopper makes light work of making coleslaw. You get it done in no time this way. Now for the cabbage. And as you can see, I don't have a whole lot of cabbage here. I just sliced the half off of the cabbage head, and I'll cook the rest of it so that way none of it will be wasted. And the cabbage I don't process quite as small. I just kind of pulse it a little bit so that it's just a little. And I want to get the big chunks out. The rest of it's kind of chopped up just fine. Like I said, I don't like my cabbage really small. If you can see that, that's how I like it. Put the big chunk back in the bottom. Ready for the next chunk. This is a very dense cabbage head, so even though I'm only using a small portion of this, it's going to make quite a bit of coleslaw, believe it or not. So that's a good thing. We'll have plenty for our hot dogs because it doesn't take much for the hot dogs. And I made a really good garden salad to go with our hot dog this evening. I chopped up my lettuce really fine, and I put in our chayote squash. I put in some yellow squash, and I put in some celery and some green onion, tomato, and red pepper. And it looks delicious. I can't wait till you guys see it this evening. And, you know, I know a lot of people don't normally serve salad with hot dogs, but it's actually really good with hot dogs, and it's very filling. So it's a really good alternative. We're just about ready to mix this together. And actually, Larry's going to be happy because I'm making a little bit more than I intended, and Larry loves coleslaw, so he's going to be really happy that I have quite a bit of coleslaw so we can have some left over for tomorrow. I'm just going to take those two big chunks out. So I don't want to process that anymore, and we'll mix up our coleslaw. Let me get this out of the way, and we'll show you what we did. Okay. Put your spoon here. Now remember, we had the apple in the bottom. We have a stalk of celery and a few carrots. I'm going to add the Great Value Light Mayo. And I put a couple of dollops in it. And that should do it right there. I put a little more vinegar, about 2 tablespoons, 3 packets of seasoning. And like I said, you can play around with yours. You may not want as much stevia in yours. You may want to use a different sweetener. Please try to make this your own so that it suits you and your family for your taste, and that you guys can enjoy it the way that you like it. You know, as long as you follow the simple guidelines, you'll be fine. The main thing is the fat content and getting the anti-inflammatory celery in here. The cabbage itself is anti-inflammatory. And like I said, the mayo is light, so it doesn't have the fat content that coleslaw normally has. The vinegar is actually healthy, so that's always a good thing too. And I put just a little bit of salt in mine, not a lot. And if you like onion in your coleslaw, by all means, put some onion in there. Isn't that looking good, guys? I'm telling you, it's really good. I can't wait till you try this. You'll be amazed at how good this is. And you can see that made a lot of coleslaw. Like I said, Larry's going to be too happy because he absolutely loves coleslaw, and he could eat this and not feel guilty. So that's a blessing too. I don't think coleslaws ever went to waste in our family. So Larry's mom, when she lived with us, she absolutely loved coleslaw. And that was something we had quite often. So, and of course, when we had our auction gallery, we made a lot of coleslaw. I sure miss those days. We had a lot of fun at our auctions and met a lot of people. And you know what? For this abundant life, I'm hoping to get out and meet a bunch of people doing this as well. I'd like to do some live classes somewhere. If your fellowship would be interested in inviting us, please do contact us through Facebook, or if you have one of our cards, just give us a call. We'll be happy to come and share the abundant life with your flock so that they too can be set free from the chains that have them bound, whatever it may be. And there's, like I said, there's many things that have people bound, and food is just one of them. But you know, when we make the Lord Jesus, Lord of our life, that includes everything in our life. So we're happy to be here, and if you need some help or questions, don't hesitate to contact us. We'll be happy to come and help if we can. Okay, there you go. That concludes making our salad for our hot dogs. I'm actually going to taste it and see if it needs anything. It's good, guys. It's going to be really good on the hot dogs. It's really, the apple really adds a lot to it. So I hope you make it for your family, and I hope you like it. Let me know, and we'll see you back whenever I put all this together this evening. Thank you for watching, and I hope you find something here that will help you put to practice your abundant life. Thank you, and have a wonderful evening.